What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Danielle, and for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a balayage technique, as well as adding in some lowlights to give the hair tons of dimension. So to begin, I always like to take before pictures. I think it is so satisfying seeing the before and after results right next to each other. And I also feel like people on social media like to see that as well. So definitely don't forget to take a before picture regardless of what the client's hair looks like. So while I'm consulting with her, I just like to take my Moroccan oil wet brush and kind of examine the hair. So as you can see, she has quite a bit of regrowth as far as her natural hair. She did previously get a balayage a few months back, and she just didn't really like how it turned out. It was very splotchy and spotty. I will insert a better picture here. But she just wanted it to be a lot more dimensional, look a little bit more natural, kind of get rid of that brassy orange at the bottom, and overall just have a blended, seamless look. So for partings and sections, I'm going to be taking a profile parting all the way down to the nape area, and I'm also going to be taking a radial parting from the top of the head down to the top of each ear. And this is basically just going to separate the hair into 4 quadrants. And I like doing it this way because it allows for a neater and a more clean application. And that's how I work. I love being neat. I love being clean. I'm very meticulous with what I do. So anything that will help me achieve that, I will do. So I definitely recommend clipping each section out of the way before beginning so that you know that everything is in place and where it's supposed to be. So now moving on to dispensary, which is where we store all of our lightener and color. I'm going to be mixing the lightener first, and I am using 1 ounce of Black Light Extra Blonde. I love this lightener. It works so well. It lifts the hair tremendously, and it's just perfect for anyone who wants a little bit extra blonde. So next, I'm going to add 1.5 ounces of 10 Developer from Colora. I didn't want to use too high of a developer because since I am doing a balayage technique, it takes longer to apply, and I don't want to use a higher developer and have it sit for a while I'm still doing the process. So 10 Developer is the way to go, and then I'm going to set that aside and next mix the color. So since I am doing balayage and lowlights, I'm going to be applying it simultaneously, so I want to mix them at the same time to make it a lot easier for me and save a lot of time. So I'm going to be using Colora color on her. I mixed equal parts 6 neutral, so I'm going to be doing 0.5 ounces of this. I absolutely love Colora color. It smells amazing, which the clients love, and it also just is so natural and blends so well with any hair type. So personally, it's my favorite at the moment, but I'm sure once I enter a salon and use different kinds of brands, it might change, but for now, Colora is my favorite. So as I'm scaling out 0.5 ounces of this, I'm going to close that up, make sure it's nice and neat so that I can put it back. And then I'm also going to be mixing 6GA, which is a gold ash tone. And I'm also going to be doing 0.5 ounces of this as well. And I'm also going to be using the same 10 Developer from Colora. Again, because this technique takes a little bit, I'm using a lower developer for the color since it's going to be on the hair longer than usual. So the lower the developer for this technique, the better. Alright, now we're going to hop right on into this technique. So as I'm mixing the lightener, I like to check that the consistency is thick enough, and when I flip the bowl over, that nothing comes running out. That's just the way I prefer it, but everyone's different. And then I'm also going to take my second bowl, which is the color, and mix that as well. So when I begin this technique, I like working in the back left quadrant first, and then I'll work to the back right quadrant and work my way to the front sections after. Personally, I like to start in the back just because it helps for a neater application, but that's just me. So I'm going to brush out this section, make sure there are no knots. We don't want any knots in the hair for a balayage because it will create a lot of unevenness. And again, I'm just showing you the streaks and patches of the previous balayage, but don't worry, we're going to fix that. So I'm going to start by taking a diagonal back section, probably about an inch thick or so. And again, I'm going to comb out this section, make sure there are no knots. And then I'm going to take a textured weave, which is about 4 to 6 weaves. And then I'm going to back comb the hair, give it a little tease so that it allows the root to stay the way it is, but also help the lightener blend a lot better. And then I'm going to take my foil, place it right underneath the section, and begin painting. So when I paint for a balayage, as far as this technique goes, I like to start in the middle and work my way up. So I'm basically just feathering the lightener up, give it that nice blend, and then fully saturate the ends to give those ends that pop of blonde. So once that section is fully saturated, I'm going to finish the packet by placing another foil on, taking my comb, folding the sides, and just making sure this is secure and in place so it doesn't fall out. And then I'm going to take that packet, clip it up. That way I have complete range of this bottom section so that I can take the color and apply it evenly throughout the bottom. And this is what I like to call the low light, which is going to add lots of dimension, which is what she wants. And I just like taking my fingers and making sure it is evenly distributed. So I'm basically just going to repeat this on both the left and right quadrant in the back. And then once that's done, I'm going to move on to the front. So I'll talk to you guys when I am at the front section. Okay, so I just finished the back 2 sections and now I am moving on to the front. And again, I'm just repeating the exact same process. I'm going to be taking a diagonal back section and then combing out each section, making sure there are no knots or anything getting in the way. And again, I'm going to be taking a textured weave, about 4 to 6. Here I took 4 just because since it's in the front of her face, I don't want as many. I want it to look a little more natural. So again, I'm going to be teasing the hair and doing the exact same process as I did in the back. So for this section, I just thought it was important to let you guys know that if one of your sections is too big, which commonly happens in the front sections, just split it in half. It's no big deal. It'll actually make it a lot easier for you. So I split this section into 2 and I'm going from the front section first. And again, just repeating the process that I've been doing. So now we're moving into the styling portion. Unfortunately, I didn't show you guys the toning process just because my camera died and I needed to charge it while I did that. But just a heads up, for toner, I did equal parts of 8N and 9GV. So I did 0.5 ounces of 8N, which is just a neutral tone. And then I did 0.5 ounces of 9GV, which is a gold violet. The gold is just to keep her on the warmer side like she wants to be. And the violet is also to kind of cancel out any of that brassy orange. And then I mixed in 1 ounce of 7 Developer, which I typically like to use for toner. And if you're wondering, right after we did the application, she actually lifted very well. It only took about 20 minutes for her to process after I did the entire application. So after the application, I brought her to the sink, rinsed her out, shampooed her, toned her, waited about like 10 minutes for the toner, and then I conditioned her, and here we are. So for blow drying, again, I just like to take my profile parting, and I like to take smaller sections when I blow dry, as you'll see. And I love using my Moroccan oil round brushes. I feel like they work so well, and I love the little pointy tool at the end to help you section the hair. It's just so convenient and very inexpensive, so I highly recommend you guys go buy one if you're interested. But yes, I will talk to you guys after I blow dry her. So now that she is fully blow dried, I am going in with my Babyliss Pro curling wand. I am absolutely obsessed with this. It literally cut my curling time in half. It took me 14 minutes to curl her entire head, which I don't know if that's long for you or short for you, but to me, it's short. And what I like to do with my curls is leave out about like half an inch to an inch of hair. And another trick is that I always make sure the clamp is facing towards the face so that the curl is facing away from the face. And if you guys are wondering where you can get this curling wand, they sell them at Target. They also sell them at Salon Services. I am not 100% sure if they sell it at Sally's, but I will have it linked down below for you guys if you want to check it out. Alright you guys, so this is the final result. I absolutely love how it turned out, and so did my client. She was obsessed with it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!